Babe, what's in here? Let's take a look. All right. Ooh, what is it? Let's see what's in here. While I haven't been able to go photograph adoptable animals at Animal Friends Alliance, we've been trying to figure out other ways I can help them with photography. They dropped off this bag of merch and we are going to photograph it today. Monique Renee here, a photographer at Silver Paw Studio, and on this channel I empower you to tell all of your tales with tales through photography and videography. Today we're going to do a little bit of, I guess you'd call it product photography. We have this merch from the animal shelter that I always work with to photograph the adoptable animals. But since I can't go out there right now, we are brainstorming other ways that I could help them. And they are also brainstorming ways to raise money for their cause. So they reached out to me and said, would you be interested in photographing some of our merch for our Etsy site? I said, yes, let's do that. Now I know we love photographing the dogs and the cats, but we also just really love to support these causes. So this is another way you can do it. Let's dive in and see what's in the bag. I know primarily it'll be shirts and tote bags, but we've got different colors and different styles. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, I love this. I might have to buy this. I looked through the entire bag and found shirts of all different types, from sweatshirts to t-shirts. I looked at the colors on them and tried to think of props that could match each one. And of course, they also sent some tote bags. So we have some cool ideas in mind for these as well. All right, those are all the things that we have to work with. So tote bags and shirts. Now we got to find some things that we could style with this. So I'm just gonna kind of look around my house and then we're gonna head to the studio with all of this and see what I have at the studio that I can also use as props for all these different size, textures, colors. Yeah, let's take a look at what we got. I've got bunches of props. Let's gather some more and take a look. All right, everyone, we are at the studio now. I have the bag of merch from Animal Friends Alliance, and then I also have a bag of props. So we're gonna take a look inside this bag. My goal with these product photos is to make them into a bit of a story. As you know, obviously, I'm all about telling tales with tales, and that extends to everything that I do. Whether it be a person, an animal, a product, a facility, I want to tell a tale. Of course, I will take just plain pictures of each product so they have a nice clean shot of each product, but I also want to do some fun ones, as they said in the email, something hip. So I have a variety of props, but in telling the story, you don't want to just willy-nilly throw a bunch of things together. What I want to do is either tell something in a story of colors, make it visually appealing that way, or something that an animal lover would be doing while they're wearing or using this merchandise. So with that in mind, let me show you some of the things. I had great fun collecting all kinds of props from around my house. I was thinking of what people would do with some of these bags and shirts, and probably taking their dog out with them as well. So I gathered up some props that would complement Maybe you're going on a picnic, you're going outside, you're taking your dog for a walk. Many of these props I didn't actually end up using, but it was sure fun to gather them and think of their uses, their textures, their colors. So be thinking of that when you gather props for your product session. And I also picked some flowers from my garden, and they're in here in like a little wet paper towel, so I hope they'll last through this shoot. I will be using flash, so it shouldn't be too hot in here, the AC's on. So those are things that I brought from home. Let me gather up a couple of other things that I have here in the studio. Now that I have some more little props gathered up from around the studio, what I need to do is reset this whole studio space. Let me show you the setup. What I've got is one of the Flashpoint lights right here. If it had a shorter stand, I would make it shorter, but that's coming in this way. That one's at the 1/8 power. And then we have another one pointing almost straight down on everything. So let me show you from another angle. We have this light at 1/8 power coming in from the side. And then that's video light for me. And then this light is going straight down, as you can see. I've got my white translum here, which is a product from Savage Universal, awesome company. And I've got a piece of big white foam board and Wiggles, of course. Hello, Wiggles. I'm not sure if I'll need this white board because I've got a full length of this translum, so we'll see. But I'm going to just start with the shirts and bags just on white and go from there, and then we'll start styling. I did a couple of test images with Wiggles, and at this point, what we've got, we've got this light at 1/4 power, this light at 1/8 of a power. The camera is my Sony A7Riii with a 70-200mm lens on. I've got it 1/400th of a second, and both of these flashes are set to high-speed sync. We've got it f9 at ISO 125. And I've got the Sony A9 II filming right now. Let's do a mid-tone shirt first. This one. We are gonna take the stickers off, of course. All right, so lay this down. We wanna get all the, we can Photoshop little pieces off, but boy, I don't wanna have to if I don't. I don't want to if I don't have to. I just love my 70-200mm lens, and I tried so hard to make it work, but just couldn't get enough distance. My other wide lens is on the Sony A9 II filming now, so I had to go over to my camera bag and get the last lens that I had. All right, I have the 16mm on now, so super, super wide. This is a very inexpensive lens. Honestly, I just got it at Best Buy. So I probably don't need the step stool with this. Pull my feet out of the picture, huh? These will obviously be cropped and any cleanup done. But what I'm gonna do now is do the rest of the images flat down onto the white, just plain white. And then we're gonna bring some of the props in. I'm pretty excited about that piece. Yes, let's go. Be warned that this type of photography takes longer than you think it will. You have to take all the lint and hairs off the shirt, figure out the best way to lay it out, make sure the background is clean, and do one shirt after another. You can see here I did kind of the wrinkly scrunchy style, and I need to go back in and take pictures of the ironed shirts just flat and plain for the listing as well. And so be sure to set aside quite a bit of time for this. Also make sure that you show off any extra details like the writing on the sleeves. The bags were pretty simple. I ended up taking the tags off and just laying them down flat. As you saw, we got all of just the flat on the white images photographed. Now let's do some of the creative images that I was thinking of. So let's grab some of the stuff, okay? All right, I brought in a bunch of those props. Let's just start with something super simple here. What I want to do is something kind of cool with one of the tote bags. Let's take one of the tote bags. How about, let's see, let's take this blue one, and I hope they don't mind I take this tag off. It's just gonna be hard to edit around the tag. So what I wanna do is fluff up this tote bag. So we're gonna put all of the cloths in here to make it fluff up a little bit more. We're gonna take some of these books. Will be coming out here. Let's do a couple of the treats. Okay, maybe one over here. We are gonna take, I have some fresh flowers here, and they're gonna poke in from the sides of the frame. Okay. So we'll just have those in there like that. Let's start with something super simple like this. Maybe we'll have these. I like that there. Okay, so this is a really, really simple setup. Let's see what we think. We're gonna cut off some of those flowers in the final image. We're just gonna do this. We'll put the little cat toy nearby. That's still in the shot. That's kind of cute. That's cute. Okay. Let's move those out of the way. All right. Now let's get one of the shirts. Let's try to get some of this off of here. So we've got the shirt right there. And we'll kind of do the same idea. Move the shirt in. And so what we have is we have a book coming in from over here. And let's see, a flower on the book. And then let's do a tennis ball and just a bunch of kibble treats. Oh boy, this is getting to be a mess. Which is my favorite way to create, is by making a mess. How does this look on here though? Oh, you know what else I want to add? Where'd it go? This leash. Yeah, I think that is a really fun shot. So I'm not getting the whole hat or the whole book. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up for the evening here in the studio. I'll probably play around a little bit more. If I do, you'll see the images here on this video. What I mostly wanted to do is inspire you that this could be a way you could help your cause. They are needing to raise funds by selling some of their merchandise on Etsy and other platforms, and I want to really help out with their cause, and so this is a lot of fun. Now, you could do this kind of a setup in natural light, obviously. I wanted to be able to control the light no matter what time of day, and also if it was really hot like today or windy like it's been, it's nice to just have a spot inside. Just think about the different ways that you can help with some kind of a product photography for your favorite cause. This was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. I'm gonna go have more fun with all of these things. All right, let me know if you try a project like this down in the comments below. And I keep forgetting to say this, but you know, the subscribe button and ring the notification bell and give it a thumbs up if you would. If you liked this video, you'll probably like some of these as well. And as always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATS's.